Hey, welcome to Healthier and Happier Humans, episode 6. I'm Ashley McGee, and today I'm talking about self-image and self-talk. Now, you may notice I'm wearing Navy regulation PT gear, which for me only means one thing and one thing only. It's PRT season. Now, for those of you that are not indoctrinated into the military life, PRT stands for Physical Readiness Test, and it's the test that we have to pass once to twice a year. Technically, well, it depends. Anyway, it's technically twice a year. You may or may not have to do it twice a year. And it involves both a physical, like active portion, push-ups, sit-ups, and a cardio, which I swim, as well as weigh-ins, or the body composition assessment. The reason I wanted to bring this up is because weigh-ins have been one of the most mortifying experiences I have had in my adult life. And I know I'm not alone. For anyone that's ever had to weigh in for anything, or even if you just get anxious being at the doctor's office and having to step on a scale, right? You know what I'm talking about here. When I was at the Naval Academy, I was overweight and had to not only weigh in, so step one is scale and height, right? If you don't pass that, they tape you. And they've changed the standards over time as far as where they tape you based on, I don't know, science. It's still one of the least effective and correct methods of determining body fat composition, but I digress. Anyway, this is not a private experience. You are literally in a room full of your peers, and they get to watch you be too fat to pass the scale and then have to get taped by, again, probably one of your peers or another officer or something, right? So it's humiliating because your body is on public display, and it's a public display of you're not good enough. Okay, which I have weigh-ins today. Yay. Now, I am in a much different place health-wise than that time of my life. I haven't had to get taped for years. However, that anxiety and shame comes up every time I have to go get weigh-ins. I am always terrified of getting taped, which is, it's absurd. It's absurd that this pageantry even happens. But the reason I am telling you this is because I think that we all deal with times in our life where our body is on display and it scars us, right? Maybe you were in elementary school and kids called you fat because kids are mean and have no filter. Or, maybe you have a friend group where your friends are all cute and you're the not cute one, right? And I say this all I am not saying that you are that person. I'm saying that may be something that you have perceived happens, right? And it sucks. There's no way to get around it. It sucks. But if you're watching this, you have decided to take a journey into improving your health. And so the first thing I want to tell you is don't hate yourself while you're on this journey, okay? Don't beat yourself up if you're not quite at your goals. Don't feel guilty because someone else doesn't think you're enough. Because you are enough. I'm going to say that. I'm going to come right in close, right? You are enough. Okay. Crying because I care. So there are a few things that you can do to help your self-image. And one of the biggest ones is self-talk, right? I have said it time and again. I'll say it once more. Now you'll hear it a lot of times, but your brain believes what you tell it. And so often we have been telling ourselves these stories for years that we're not enough, that we're not pretty enough, that we're not skinny enough, that we're not whatever enough, that we're not smart enough, we're not confident enough. The more you tell yourself that, the more you're going to believe it. Self-talk is so important for how not only like you think about yourself, but how you treat yourself, right? Because we when we respect things, we treat them well. And oftentimes the inverse is true. So if you don't respect yourself, if you don't like yourself, you're not necessarily going to treat your body well, treat your mind well. So I really want to encourage you to dig in on working to give up that negative self-talk and improve your self-image. And it's not, again, this is not something that you're doing for someone else. This is something that you're doing for you, so you can live a happier life, so you can feel confident and bold and beautiful, because you are. But it's time for you to embrace that. So what can you do? Well, I have some tips, as I always do. First, there's no getting around this. When your body feels better, you will feel better. So dig into living that healthier lifestyle. Now, I'm not saying go all in, everything has to be perfect, like only eat a specific diet, work out 5 times a week. No. I believe in progress, not perfection. I believe in baby steps. Small steps done over time will lead to big results, and they're sustainable. This is about a lifestyle, not a diet, not something that's going to make you yo-yo again. And the reason why I say this is because I've done it, right? And this is how I teach my clients to change their lives. I literally practice what I preach, and I teach you how I've changed my life. But when your body feels better, when it feels clean, when it feels powerful, so do you. Next is celebrate small wins, right? So as you're on this journey, celebrate small wins. Hey, maybe it's as little as, oh, I went an entire day without craving sugar. Or I walked for 20 minutes 3 days this week, and that's the most that I've done, maybe ever. That's huge. I had a client recently that he was feeling really down about himself, and he's like, I just don't feel like I've like progressed that far. And then he was telling me a story where he drank a little too much, and he goes, I felt poisoned, and I've never felt that before. And I went, oh my God, like, do you know what you're telling me? And he's like, I don't, why are you getting excited? Like, of course, I'm just like, wah, right? He's like, why are you getting excited? I'm like, okay, what you just told me is that your body is responding to toxins in a way that you notice, which means that you are cleaning your body. The cleaner your body is, the more it's going to respond to things that don't serve it, right? So I was like, so celebrate that. Like, I know you're like, Ashley, you're really telling your clients to celebrate a hangover? Yes, in this case I am, okay? Celebrate your little wins, because things like that show that the changes you are putting in place are working, and your body is responding. Your body is changing. Your body is cleaning and getting healthier. It's awesome. I get excited. Anyway, okay. The next one I have is look at the people you spend time with. Do they build you up? Do they empower you? Do they make you feel loved and special and awesome and gorgeous? If not, maybe it's time to break up with those friends or spend less time with them. Because here's the thing. You are deserving of love and of true friendship. You deserve your ride or dies, right? But if you're spending time with people that don't appreciate you and love you for who you are, you're not going to find your ride or dies. You're not going to find the people that have your back no matter what, that love you no matter what, and that will build you up, especially when you're down. So if you are not spending time with people that make you feel like that, I encourage you to take a really hard look at that. And I'm aware that what I'm asking you to do is not easy, but it's a part of growth. It's a part of living a more fulfilled, happy, abundant life. Because you don't want to be around people that are going to tear you down to make themselves feel better. You want to be around people that are going to build you up because they know that we're stronger and better when we build each other up. Okay, the last one I have for you is practicing positive daily affirmations. And some of you are probably like, oh God, really? Like, how cliche can you get? Again, your brain believes what you tell it. Okay, so these can be anything. And I think it's really good to do this with an accountability partner. I've done this with friends and clients in the past, and it works really well because basically what you do is you commit to telling each other something that you like about yourself every day. And what that does for you is A, you're saying things you like about yourself, good. B, you are kind of let off the hook a little bit because you're doing it with a friend, so there's a little bit less pressure. And something that I actually thought of today, so I would love your feedback, is I'm thinking about starting a group where literally the purpose is to post daily affirmations about ourselves. So it would be a celebration of loving yourself and applauding that and applauding progress and small wins. So if that's something you're interested in, like, please let me know because I would love to do that. I think it'd be so fun. But with your daily affirmations, think about not just stuff about your body. I mean, definitely like affirm things about your body, but also affirm things that maybe you struggle with. Like maybe you're like, you know what? Like, my ideas and my words have value and I say them with confidence, okay? Even if you don't necessarily believe that, if you say it enough times, you will. So try it. Okay, I would love to hear, again, let me know about a positive affirmations group if that's something you're interested in. Let me know if you're trying any of these things or if this resonated with you. And then lastly, if you're not where you want to be, if you're tired of feeling just shame and embarrassment when your body is on display, let's talk. Like I said, I have gone through this journey. I help others go through this journey. I want to help you. I want to serve you. So I will put a link to my 15-minute coaching consultation to see if that's something you're interested in. And I really, really encourage you, like, let's dig in and let's start making those small steps to change your life because you're worth it and you are enough. I love you. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you next week.